His knees are on the ground. He is polishing his sword, and the Ansar of Hussein are circling up Habib. And Habib says, Ya ma'ashar al-Ansar, O Ansar of Hussein, why have you divorced your wives? Why have you abandoned your towns? Why have you gathered here on this night? They said, O Master, O Habib, the command is yours. He said, tell me, what shall you do tomorrow when the battle breaks out? They said, O Habib, O Master, command us and you shall find us obedient. He said, least any of Hussein's brothers or children get killed before you tomorrow. You will be the first ones to die. Least anyone says that the Ansar of Hussein valued their lives beyond the lives of the sons and brothers of Hussein. Hussein was gripped with emotions. Zainab was gripped with emotions. As she was retreating, she found Hussein advancing in front of her. As she saw Hussein, she broke into a faint smile. He said, "Oh sister, what is the cause of this smile? Ever since we have left Medina, I have seen nothing but anguish upon your face." And Zainab explained to him what she saw. He said, "Oh Zainab, do you wish to see the loyalty of these people?" She said, "Indeed, O Hussein." He said to her, "Stand behind that tree and observe." Zainab stood behind a tree. Hussein called out, "O Abbas, O sons of Hashim, hasten to me. O Habib, O Ma'shar al-Ansar, hasten to me." No sooner had Hussein said this, that Abbas was running with the Hashimites, and Habib was running with the Ansar. "Yes, O Master, we are in your presence and at your service. Stand, all of you." They stood. He said, "Tomorrow there shall be a mighty battle between me and these enemies of God. Know full well that I shall be killed. By your assistance I shall not live, and if you abandon me I shall still die. I remove the pledge of allegiance from upon your necks. You are no longer committed to any allegiance. Take the cover of the night and save your lives." As Hussein said this, they unsheathed their swords and placed it upon their necks. They said, "Oh Master, do you doubt our loyalty? Command us and we shall behead ourselves and place our heads at your feet." He said, "No, I wish to test your resolve. May Allah bless you all." And he said, "Look towards the heavens." As they looked into the heavens had opened up and they were receiving them. They said, "Oh Master, allow us to die for you and receive such glory." Imam said, "The time is yet to come." "Go," the Imam said, "go. For all of you who have brought your women, escort them to the Qabila of Bani Asad. For know full well that tomorrow after my death, my Zainab and my Kulsum, together with my daughters, will be taken as captives to Kufa and Sham. They shall no longer have their veils upon their head. Their faces shall be slapped, and the whip shall crack upon their back." Ali ibn Madahir, the brother of Habib ibn Madahir, came to his wife. She said, "I heard the Master speak. What did Hussein say?" He said, "Hussein asks me to escort you to the Qabila of Bani Asad for your own safety." She said, "And what about Zainab?" He said, "Zainab will be taken as a captive." She struck her head against the pole of the tent and she said, "Sorrow be your lot, O Ali. Go and die with Hussein and let me be with Zainab." The Ashur's night is intensifying. There comes a time when Hussein leaves the tent. We find this in a narration that Hussein is on his own, and a Sahabi who witnesses this, fearful for the life of Al-Hussein, starts following Hussein. Nafi bin Hilal or Hilal bin Nafi. When Hussein hears his footsteps, he looks back and he says, "Who is it?" And he says, "I, O Mawla, your companion. What do you intend?" "I intend to save you from the enemies who might wait in ambush." He said, "O Master, what is your intention on this night, going alone in front of the enemies?" He said, "O man, I am examining the battlefield. I am seeing its highs and its depths, from whence the enemies can ambush us, where our horses can fall. May I accompany you? Yes, you may. As he walks with Imam Hussein, Imam comes to a place and he cries out, Wah, Hassana. The Sahabi asks him, why do you cry out in the name of your Hassan? It is here that his Qasim shall be torn into pieces. And he goes forward. Then he sits down and cries at length. He said, "O Master, what shall happen here? A dagger shall be implanted in the chest of my Akbar." He stands and he comes to a place where he falls and he says, "Wa Basa." He says, "O Master, what shall happen here?" He said, "Here, Abbas's arm shall be cut from his body." Then he said, "You wait here and I shall advance on my own." The Sahabi said, "Before Hussein advanced, I heard the wailing of a woman as if she had lost her youthful son. I said, 'O Master, what is this place and who is this who is crying?' He said, 'Oh man, this is the place where your master shall be beheaded, and this is Fatima who has left Jannah and he was crying for me.'" It is the day of Ashura. All have given their lives. Hussein ascends his steed and cries out, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." He looks into the tent of Abbas. The tent is empty. And he calls out, "La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah." Then he goes to the tent of Habib. And he looks and the tent is empty. And he cries out, "La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah." Then he ascends his steed once again. And he cries out, "Hal min nasir yansurna, hal min mughith yughithuna." Is there anyone who can defend the dignity of the household of the Prophet? When he cries this call of help, the women break into tears and wails. He runs to the tent and he says, "Has a child died of thirst?" They said, "No, Hussein. When you cry out, Asghar turns in his cradle and falls to the ground. Oh Hussein, we fear that the child might die through excessive thirst. His mother can no longer feed him." Hussein looks at Asghar and says, "Give me my child. They may take some pity upon this child," and give him a drop of water. The heat is at its most intense. Hussein carries Asghar, places his Abba upon Asghar, and when he is arriving into the battlefield, it seems as if Hussein is carrying a Quran. They call out, his Abbas is no longer. He has brought the Quran to intercede for him. As they are crying and in jubilance, he removes the cloak and he reveals little Asghar. It is by Allah the Quran, but a speaking Quran, not a silent one. He raises Asghar upon his trembling hands and pleads to Allah, "Allah, I have deprived a mother of her child. I have deprived a lap. O Allah, it is my final offering that I bring to you. Accept him, O Allah, and let me be." He has raised Asghar upon his hands. When the enemies look at him, they begin to tremble in awe. Hussein says, "O people, if I have